you play a lot of baseball and you really enjoy it and you want to just be so competitive, how do you kind of like balance like when to know when to stop, when to know when it's too much, but also mentally not letting it get to you when you're not succeeding as much as you want to?
Yeah, I would say the biggest thing I learned going into college was that I'm gonna fail way more than I'm gonna succeed, and that was definitely very clear to me. And I think the biggest thing that I learned is that I just need to like not necessarily like flush it all away, but like in the Northwoods League, like if you had a bad game, you just gotta let it go. Like it's in the past now. You gotta learn from it and like be better from what you did, from each at bat to each play you make to each throw, whatever it is. Just be better from it because I mean, there's another day tomorrow. Like you're gonna wake up and do the same thing tomorrow. Like you can't carry it into the next day or else you're not gonna perform. That's the biggest thing is if you keep carrying the failure on, you're just gonna keep failing. Like you gotta learn from it. You gotta take it as like, all right, like this is good. Like it's good to fail. It's good to learn from your mistakes because that's what's gonna make yourself better at the end of the day is the failure. Like I wouldn't want to be perfect, and I know well as much as I would want to be perfect, like I also want to fail. Like I want to be able to have that failure because that's what's gonna make me better. Like at the end of the day. Like that's always what it's been in life for everyone is if you don't fail and you don't go through tough times and struggle, you're not going to make yourself a better person. You're not really going to succeed at the highest standard that you want to do.
Exactly. Sometimes the biggest growth comes from failure. It's about how you approach things, it's about how you respond. But from high school, obviously, you were one of the best athletes, if not the best baseball player on your team. Maybe you don't fail as much. So,
Mhm.
like, when you finally get to college, when you finally get to Northwoods, when you start failing a little bit more, was that difficult to I don't want to say understand, but was that difficult to kind of like comprehend? Like you understand like baseball, you're going to fail, right? But
Mhm.
like, was it kind of difficult making that transition? Maybe not having as much success as you had prior, or did you kind of like learn a little bit prior to that so that you can kind of adjust to maybe when things aren't going as well in like college and Northwoods? Because guess what? If you hit 300, 400 in college, you're a really great baseball player.
Yeah, I mean, I would say I definitely got a little taste of failure like before going into college. Like obviously, everyone's going to fail, but going into college is really when I got like a wake up call, like my eyes really opened up like all right, like this is going to be a normal thing and like it's just going to be about how mentally tough you are and like how you're going to overcome it. And that's the biggest thing is that I did fail a bunch in college, and I'm grateful that like now that I look back on it, like it was all a good learning experience, and like it was good to know like what it's like and what I can do better for this upcoming year. And I definitely have a way better understanding now, and I feel way better about things.
Yeah, and you mentioned this upcoming year, and I want to kind of wrap up here with two last questions. Obviously, now that Northwoods is done for you, you're kind of getting a little bit of a break, like I said earlier at the beginning. You've gone through MSU, you've gone through your first year. Next year, what are some of like your goals and some of the things you're looking forward to?
Yeah, I would say some of the things I'm looking forward to is just continue to build the relationships with the guys, continue to build the relationships with the coaches, like continue to just enjoy college because I mean these are like the best times in your life is when you're at college. And that's what I'm really looking forward to. And I'm really looking forward to like continuing to show up each and every day, like staying disciplined and like sticking to what I know best. And that's hard work and staying committed and like really trusting the process. And that's the biggest thing is just continuing to trust myself. And I would say I really don't have like set goals right now. I kind of do that later on before the season or like during the winter time. But the biggest goals of mine right now are just to enjoy it a little more and like really like take the time to like be grateful for the game of baseball because I mean you never know when it can be done. And I feel like last year I'll be the first one to admit it. I was a little ungrateful for the game of baseball at times, and I was pretty selfish at times like towards the game like and I just felt like that's what brought me down. And I just really big goal of mine is to really enjoy every single day and enjoy every single moment with your teammates, with your coaches on the field, practice, games, whatever it is, outside of baseball, school, anything, going to do fun things, like just really being grateful for those opportunities every single day is something I want to be way better at.
Yeah, because for baseball, one thing that it's been known for is it's a kid's game, right?
Yeah.
Like it's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be something that you've played for a really long time. And sometimes it's really difficult to kind of get to that point of like enjoying it, especially when you're struggling. But then also at the same part, you talk about like growing those relationships, and that obviously helps with it. But I'm sure you probably realize that like your time in college goes by insanely fast. Like
Yeah.
you're already going to be a sophomore
Yeah.
next year. You're after next year halfway done. Maybe if things go well, maybe you have one more or two more years at MSU. Like you're already one fourth or maybe one third of the way done. Obviously, kind of depending on how things go, but like it just goes insanely fast. And I feel like coming off of a freshman year, understanding that like, hey, like I need to understand and I need to kind of like accept and realize like, hey, I need to have fun. I need to take in these small moments before it's too late is I think a really great thing and something that a lot of people maybe don't realize until it's a little bit too late or headed into this senior year. You're realizing that now, and I feel like that's going to really play a bonus to kind of the next couple of years at MSU, which I'm sure you're really excited for.
Yeah. I mean, for sure you hit it spot on. Just it's all it's about is just being grateful for the opportunity you get, and I mean, that's just what I am. Like, I mean, I've definitely put my trust into the Lord and like in God and like trusting His plan every single day. And that was the biggest thing this last year is just trusting what He has for me because it's all up to Him at the end of the day. And I mean, I just need to enjoy it and like have the most fun I can.
Absolutely, and also like you're saying earlier, you never know when it's going to end. Like
Mm.
you don't know the plan. Maybe it doesn't exactly go the way you want it, or maybe it does, and it's just kind of along for the ride. You'll have some highs, you'll have some lows. It's like a roller coaster in life. Some things will happen that you don't understand, but then other things, if it goes really well and starts clicking, you're like, okay, let's go for a ride.
Exactly. That's all it's about. I mean, the ultimate goal, obviously, is to keep moving on, and I'll do whatever it takes to keep moving on. But right now, I got to live in the present and I got to live in the day because, I mean, the main focus is today. Like, doing this podcast is the main focus. And then after the podcast, what I'm going to do after this, like, that's the main focus. You can't control tomorrow. I can't control the next day. I can't control what happened yesterday. I can only control what's right in front of me. And that's just the biggest thing is enjoying every single day to the most, to the best of your ability.
Exactly. Take it day by day by day, by moment, by moment. Continue to get better. Continue to push for obviously the goals that you have, which is continuing to play baseball beyond MSU. But to really to end the podcast, I really do hope you. I do want to say, I really do hope you get to achieve that dream of being able to be drafted, of being able to
Thank you.
play well beyond MSU. I definitely think you will have a really good chance of doing that. I think you're a really great player. You don't play and start 32 games as a freshman if you're not there, in my opinion. But obviously, I know you have big goals ahead of you. But to end the podcast, like, what kind of advice would you give to anyone that's listening to this on like how they can achieve the dreams that you are achieving right now?
I mean, the biggest piece of advice is to just stay true to yourself because nobody knows you better than yourself and there's nobody to impress, there's nobody to satisfy but yourself and like at the end of the day things come and go and like I know a lot of people get caught up in like trying to impress people and trying to get like almost verified, like get like approval from them. And that was definitely something that I was like big on when I came in as a freshman is trying to get approval from others and I learned like it's not what it's about. Like, don't worry so much about what other people think about you. It's you. Like, nobody knows you better than yourself. And, like, stay true to your plan, stay disciplined, and stay committed, and good things are going to happen. I mean, if you have the right mindset and you don't really care what others think, then you're going to be good. Like, I mean, it's your story after all. It's nobody else's. They're trying to write their own story while you're trying to write your own story. So don't worry too much about what others think of you and what they want to say. Let them think that. Let them talk. I mean, don't get too caught up in it. Stay true to yourself and stay committed every single day. Show up every single day. Give it all you got. That's all I can say.